Often you'll need to insert a new column or a new row into a worksheet. To insert a new column, click on the column letter where you want the new column to appear. I want a new column C, so that C, D, and E will be pushed across. To add a new column, from the Home tab of the ribbon, I'll click the Insert drop-down list and choose Insert Sheet Columns. That adds a new column C, pushing everything else one column to the right. To add a row, click where you want the row to appear. Here I'm going to insert a new row at this point so that Blue Lake Deli and Grocery will be pushed down to row 9. I'll choose the Insert drop-down list and choose Insert Sheet Rows. I now have a new empty row 8. If I want to insert, for example, 4 rows, at this point I can do so. I'll click and drag over 4 rows, and then choose Insert, Insert Sheet Rows. And I'm given new rows 13, 14, 15, and 16, and everything else has been pushed down 4 rows. Excel takes the number of rows that I had selected when I executed the insert command as being an indication as to how many rows I want to insert into the worksheet. To delete columns and rows, use the Delete option here. I'm going to delete this column, so I'll click on it to select it and choose Delete, and then Delete Sheet Columns. And to delete these rows, I'm going to select the 4 empty rows that I just added and go and choose Delete, Delete Sheet Rows. I can also delete a filled row, so I'll select this row and choose Delete and Delete Sheet Rows. The contents and the row have both disappeared. Let's have a look at this situation where I have what I'm seeing as an empty cell. I'm not looking right now at the rest of the cells in the row. Perhaps that's not a good idea. Let's go and see what happens if I try and just delete this particular cell. I'll choose Delete and then Delete Cells. Excel prompts me with the choice. I can shift the cells left or up, or I can delete the entire row or column. I'm going to do the wrong thing. I'm going to shift cells up, thinking that that's going to close up this list. And it does so, but look what's happened to my data. Blue Lake Deli and Grocery, this is their account number, but right now it's being associated with Blum's Goods. What's happened is that I've destroyed the integrity of my data by removing a cell instead of the entire row. This is really important to consider when you're deleting things inside a table of data. Having made a mistake, I'm going to click the Undo Delete button here and then go back and do what I should have done in the first place. Choose Delete and either choose Delete Sheet Rows to get rid of the entire row, or if I choose Delete Cells, then I want to delete the entire row from this dialog. The fact that this dialog is even appearing is a warning to me that if I'm working with list data, I may be about to do the wrong thing. Here the correct choice is to delete the entire row so that the list data maintains its integrity. Every one of these companies still has its associated account number and credit details directly opposite in the list.